I do feel like a lot of men will look at you and say like, "Oh, she's a single mom, she has 2 kids. Let me offer her less." And, my in my experience, just because I've had bad experiences, I won't let that tell me that I'm not worth what I feel that I deserve.
Mm, that's fair. That's fair. So it's
I mean, you can think you deserve whatever you deserve. You can have whatever standards you have, but that doesn't mean men are supposed to give those things to you. You feel me? No one is entitled to anything. No man is entitled to accept you and your kids. No man is entitled to supposed to be a stepfather to your kids. So you can have all the preferences and the desires and the standards that you want. It doesn't mean you get them.
it sounds like and you kind of have an idea and you don't kind of lean into it when you go out. So that's good.
Yeah, and, I guess if I'm allowed to, can I ask, any encouragement that you have for young women who feel discouraged, because right now there's a lot of propaganda about, "Oh, you're a single mom and you have kids and this, that, and the other. How dare you have any standards?" Once you feel that you've healed, why is it that you don't, the society, I should say, isn't accepting to a woman learning from her past and turning her back on bad decisions and wanting better for herself? Like, what's your advice for those women that deal with those type of men? Because there's a lot of it, especially with the Kevin Samuels thing going on.
Yeah,
I mean, first of all, you shouldn't be bringing Kevin Samuels into this. You know, you can have all the standards that you want. You can feel you've healed. You can feel you're a single mom. You deserve the same things you deserved before you became a single mom. You can ask for the six-figure guy. You can ask for a guy to accept you and your kids because, like you say, you come as a package. But at the end of the day, it's not a must for a man to accept you or your kids or provide whatever you think you deserve. The same way you don't, accept men who are bald, men who are short, men who don't make good money, and men shouldn't feel entitled for you to accept them for not having the money that you want or be providers. It's the same way you shouldn't feel entitled that men should do these things for you. So let's play fair. If you want to have the high standards, have them all you want. It doesn't mean you're gonna get the kind of guy who accepts you. So at the end of the day, don't attack the men for not accepting you. Don't complain for men not accepting you. Be the best person that you can be. There could be a man out there who may accept you and your kids, but more likely than not, some guys won't because they know what they have to take on when they deal with you. Now here you are trying to force your kids on a man. Accept me and my kids. I'm a package. I'm still a good woman. You may be still a good woman, but the man may not have the money to take care of you and your 2 kids. May be able to take care of you, but not the 2 extra kids. Some guys don't want to deal with baby daddy drama. That should be okay. The same way you don't accept every man. The same way you have a height requirement for a man, and some guys don't meet your standards. The same way I'm sure you have a money requirement for men, and some guys you feel they are too broke for you. Should they force you to like them? No.
but if you consume that content on a daily, then that will become your reality. I'm not saying a lot of the stuff that some men will say isn't true. I'm not going to say that.
Mhm.
But if you consume it, then you're going to live in a bubble. You're going to stay home. You're going to believe I'm never going to find someone. No one's ever going to love me. I'm never going to find anyone. You're just going to lock yourself away.
I agree.
Hmm.
I agree. I personally, I stopped subscribing to, and it wasn't, the For You page will kind of like throw little things out at you and see if you'll listen to it. So I'll listen to see what they're talking about, and then when I get the idea that it's like a mom bashing or whatever it is, something that's not productive to your confidence or your self esteem, I will get off of that. Like, I'll hit not interested
My,
quickly. Like, I'm not gonna
my
listen to it.
question, right? My question too always is to the ladies and to the guys. What is your life like in real life? So when you're not on social media, are men approaching you? That's my question to you. Is the reality of your situation different from what they're saying online? That's how I like everyone to look at it. Forget what people say
Mhm.
to you, for you this. They could say anything about you. But when you leave your house, what is the reality?
To answer your question, yes, men do, approach me. And I think when they hear my standards, for myself. It's, I don't
Mhm.
have a ridiculous expectation for people that's unrealistic for even myself. I give grace to everyone because I'm a human too. We all have, we're all humans. However, yes, they do. But I do think that once they learn that, oh, especially this is more common with men without kids. And me personally, I'm not a fan of dating men without kids just because I just don't think that, number one, I don't want to have any more kids. Okay. So I know that about myself, and I don't want to set a false expectation or leave room for someone to get into something that they think that they're going to get something that they're not. Um,
Okay, so then if you don't want to deal with men who have no kids, and those are the men complaining that they can't handle you because you got kids, so what's the issue? I mean, why are you complaining? It's like you want to force men who don't have kids to want you with your kids. But you just said you don't want men who don't have kids because you're not willing to have kids for them. So what's the issue here? Just deal with men who have kids and maybe men who are willing to be stepfathers. But you cannot expect every man to be willing to be a stepfather. So I don't see the issue is. I think the issue is women have all these high preferences and standards for men, and men, they don't want men to say anything. They just want men to accept them for who they are. But once a man has standards, hey, I don't deal with single moms, I don't deal with a woman who's not in shape, who's loud. Women are like, oh, how dare you? You should accept me the way I am. But it's like, no, you don't accept short men. You don't accept broke men. You don't like guys who do, blue collar jobs. You don't like plumbers, electricians. You only like engineers and rappers and athletes. Okay, it's fair. The things you want, the things men want. The man who wants you will want you. Those who don't want you, don't worry about them. But you cannot force every man to want you and your two kids. It is what it is. What do you guys think about that?